Just a few short months ago, this little face over here was everywhere on the internet. Everybody was posting this man's face to their timeline because of his big bugged out eyes and his waving hair in the background. What is this guy? A wizard? What is this guy? A warlock? Nah. This guy is the lead singer for Virginia doom metal band Pentagram, and his name is Bobby Liebling, and him and his band wanted to go on a little bit of a tour of Australia, but somebody down there was like, "Nuh-uh," and it has been barred. So today, I'm going to talk about that situation. But before I do, hey, hi, hello, my name is Dan Frampton. I am the internet's most ruthless gatekeeper. Likes and subs, let's go. Now, basically, I got to make this video before work. I got called in 3 hours early, so if I'm talking a little bit faster, if this is a little bit more sloppy than usual, those are the reasons and those are the parameters that I'm working with. So I'm here to tell you all about Bobby Liebling right now and why his tour of Australia and New Zealand is being cancelled. Well, it's basically because of this. Let's just read this little caption over here. American doom legends Pentagram have scrapped their first ever run of shows in Australia and New Zealand just weeks before kickoff after promoter Hardline Media placed the trek on hiatus, citing unspecified current allegations. Current allegations, you say? The last thing I know about this guy was in 2017. But the thing that happened in 2017 is reason enough for Australia to not want him around. So, what am I talking about? His band announced a tour through Australia, and this woman over here, her name is Cheryl Moody. She's a little bit of a journalist, a little bit of a feminist, a little bit of an activist, and she was like, "Nuh-uh, this guy is not coming through our country. Violent thug to perform in Australia," she says with her first little post over here. Pentagram lead singer Bobby Liebling is allowed to tour Australia with his band. She set up this whole campaign, this whole promotion to bar him and to bar his band from coming down to Australia. This is a whole campaign that she's done here. Slide after slide. Liebling was charged with first-degree assault and physical abuse or injury of a vulnerable adult in 2017. He reached an agreement with the authorities, pleading to a lesser offense of abuse and neglect. Bobby Liebling spent time in jail, 18 months in jail to be precise, with 3 years of probation on release. After he was charged, the music media bent over backwards to tell everyone that it was just, drugs and depression and all that rock star stuff, is what it says here. There is an entire documentary on this guy, and from what I can tell, people are very split about Bobby Liebling. People are like, yeah, it's a little bit tragic, but the things that he did are pretty bad, and I am not going to forgive him for it. And then in Cheryl Moody's post over here, she lists every venue and every town and every place and every Facebook event where this guy is coming through, okay? She's like, no, we can't let this happen. And then because of her crusade, I'm gonna call it a crusade, their tour was canceled. And I didn't tell you, that elderly person that he was abusing in 2017, that was his then 87-year-old mother. And since I got called into work today, I don't have any time to do any real deep diving, but from what I can tell on the surface level, it seems like Bobby and his 87-year-old mom had an incident of the violent variety around a set of stairs or something like that. But anyway, because of Cheryl's campaign, the Mother Abusers Tour was canceled. Success! Her post goes on to say, I revealed that Bobby Liebling was coming to Australia despite having abused his elderly mother. He was convicted and jailed for harming her. He's the lead singer of Pentagram. Hardline Media have confirmed and the tour is off. And here's a post from Hardline Media, and it says, due to current allegations surrounding Pentagram, and it's that phrasing that's really throwing me off. Current allegations. They're not current and they're not allegations. They're from the past, like fucking 7 to 8 years ago at this point, and they're not allegations. He admitted to it, took a plea deal, and spent time in jail for it. They're not allegations, so what is all this reporting? But semantics aside, and goofy bug-eyed meme face set to the side, I have a hard time disagreeing with this, But we do have jails and rehabilitation for a reason, and second chances and all that thing are a thing, and Bobby has apparently had such a tragic life, substances, abuse, you name it. I didn't watch the documentary yet. I plan on doing that. I would have if I had time, but I got called into work yet again. but I still wanted to get the brass tacks and the bare bones of this story out there. And from what I can tell from poking around, he did his time in jail, he admitted to doing bad things, and he's sober, so he seems to be trying to walk the straight and narrow path or whatever. But it seems like he's getting the Ronnie Radke treatment over there in Australia. And I can see how this would be a little bit of a polarizing situation, how some people would celebrate the fact that this band and this man is now being barred from this country from playing his songs. Well, I could also see the point, like, he's rehabilitated, he's doing his best, he deserves a second chance, the guy is like 70 years old himself, his band are legends, but from everything that I see right now, it looks like Bobby Liebling and Pentagram aren't being canceled for current allegations. The tour is being canceled for known convictions. It's a completely different thing. The devil is in the details. But that's the story, that's what I think. Now I want to know what you think. Do you like this man? Do you like this meme? Do you like this band? Do you think it's fair and fine that he's not going to Australia? Let me know down there in the comments. And if you're here within the first 3 hours, there's a 100% chance that I will respond. And that is just the Frampton guarantee. Okay, goodbye, see you later, have a good one.
I'm Mr. King Dice, I'm the gamest in the land. I never play nice, I'm the devil's right-hand man.